topical issues. In our Offerings, The Fallacy of Cohabitation and Never Give Up, she gives insight for those who struggle with these issues. She joins me in studio now. So, Natemba, thank you very much for joining us here in the Book Slot.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about, because you've written 2 books. One
Yes.
is all about positive reinforcement, and The Fallacy of Cohabitation talks about people living together. What inspired you to write these books?
Never give up. I wrote it out of experience, what I've witnessed in life. So I felt like everybody deserves to know that no matter what you're going through at your present situation, but you can still make it. You know, you don't have to be you don't have to be broken by the situations. You really need to fight and be patient.
And The Fallacy of Cohabitation?
The fallacy of cohabitation, actually, when I get to Gauteng, I realized that a lot of people prefer cohabiting. So I just felt like it was a plan from the devil, and he's actually about to accomplish it, because a lot of people they prefer cohabitation to marriage. So I then thought to myself that no, maybe God wanted to restore the dignity of marriage. So that's why I wrote that.
So you're not against the idea of people living together, but they have to get married. You're against the idea of people not getting married and living together.
Yes.
If I understand it correctly.
Yes.
What has the reaction been to The Fallacy of Cohabitation?
Well,
Just from people who've read it.
They are very impressed, actually, because I'm not actually criticizing anyone in it, because I wrote it in a way of a play.
Yeah, and why did you choose to write? Like, it's quite interesting because you set up the dialogue, but it's actually based on an actual couple.
Because I've seen such a thing happen before. So I just said, our young ones, you can see nowadays how they're growing. So I was like, no, I must actually put it in a way of a play so that they can be interested in reading it. Because if it's just like paragraphs, people are like, oh, yeah, nah. So I just wrote it in a way of a play so that they can even be 2. One can read the other part, one can read the other part.
In Never Give Up, one of the things you talk about men and their children, you talk about the amount of research that went into it, that fathers are not only sperm donors. Why were you compelled to talk about that subject matter?
Well, a lot of people denies their children, you understand. Women abort their children, you know, but in the Bible, it's meant to say the children are the blessing from God. So I'm actually happy with a man who step up and take care of their babies, you know, not the ones who run away. Because if you run away, it doesn't make you a father. You might have a baby running around, but you are not a father. You just produce the sperm.
So you're a sperm donor?
Yes.
What is one of the big things, and when writing these books, there must be a level of self-actualization, a process that you, as you're writing, also understand, because you're also a motivational speaker.
Yes.
What was the one, or maybe the one tip that you can share with our viewers this morning? What is the one criteria you need to subscribe to, that you need to have within yourself? That what is the one principle of never giving up?
Well, you know, in life, people like yourself, at some point, myself, let me talk about myself. Yeah. I felt like the world was not actually created for me, you know. I was like, yeah, I've suffered enough in life. And I used to work in the restaurant then. I'm like, the only job I can actually get is being a waiter. You know, is working as a waitress. If I apply for other jobs, nobody wants to hire me. You know, so it was like, even the background, I'm actually from a very disadvantaged background, and everything seems to be difficult, you know. If you knock on this door, it seems to be, your own case seems to be difficult. But, you know, I said, when I observe, I then say to myself, no matter what I'm going through, but I'm not going to lose myself on the process. I'm not going to do drugs. I'm not going to get a boyfriend to sponsor me in everything, you know. I'm not going to be a prostitute, you know. Yeah. So I'm saying we'd never give up. It doesn't matter what you're going through right now. It matters because you are feeling the pains, and I understand that. And everybody is going through something, you know, at the current situation. Nobody can say I'm 100% happy, you know. So let that not, don't keep it in your mind. Just try to kill those thoughts.
Those bad thoughts.
Yeah, just kill them and then stay positive.
Who are you sharing your story with at the moment? Are you talking to other young girls? Are you traveling from school to school? How are you sharing your story?
Well, I travel from schools to schools in Pretoria, and I actually, the CEO of Tshwane South College gave me an opportunity to promote my work at his campuses. So I'm moving from one place to another around the campus, and they're very interested in the books, and they're buying them very well. And I sit with them, and we talk about, they tell me about the problems, and I try to resolve them.
I can imagine that your story must appeal to not only children, it must be appealing to anybody who's going through a tough situation. Or did you write it specifically for an age group?
No. It's actually for everyone. Never give up. What I do, I say to some, when a person asks me, what is this book all about? I say, open any page of your choice. It's talking to you. Any page. You just open any page, then it's talking to you straight away.
Okay. Very quickly, how people can get hold of it if they're interested?
Well, for now, I don't have them in the shop, but in a bookshop at Gezina, next to Spa. I've got some other copies there, but they can as well call me.
Okay, and so they can get hold of you online.
Yes.
We won't encourage you to give out your number on air, but people can just find out more about the books. The books is called Never Give Up, and the other one is called The Fallacy of Cohabitation. It's written by Sinatembo Mtetwa, and it's some interesting life skills for those that are struggling currently. Let's go to Lebo, who's standing by, and